Jackson right down the middle on 4th down and 2. Van Der Esch goes the wrong way. Jackson goes the right way. He had 13 carries, 94 yards, and a touchdown. We mentioned the Ravens had nearly 300 on the ground. So Jackson had 94. How about Gus Bus? Goes Gus Edwards. 36. Not done. Big gains throughout the night for 35. These were 21 of his 101. Not done. You don't get to 294 unless you got a bunch of guys stacking the yards against that hideous Dallas defense. J.K. Dobbins. You've got talent you can see, man. It jumps off the page and off the screen. Dobbins gained a 30. Then late a score, which I can't even imagine what it did to fantasy playoffs and all the rest of that. He had 71 in that touchdown, 294 for the Ravens. First time in Ravens history they've had 3 with a 30-yard run or more in the same game. You see that AFC playoff picture, and it is a crowded mess. Salute to the Patriots, given all that they've dealt with. There they are. What a job Bill Belichick's done. I know nobody wants to hear it, but I'm going to say it. You got the Ravens tied right there with in the hunt. But it's going to take a pretty sporty record to make the tournament on the AFC side. A guy joins us now, knows all about that. That's Jeff Saturday. And Jeff, I was laughing when you and I were visiting tonight during this game. I said, this is a get-right game, and you said you'd written that down on your page. You know, an opportunity in the NFL to get right for a team that came in off the COVID situation and a bunch of losses. So what'd they get right on Tuesday night?
Absolutely. Scheduling gods favored them, right, Scott? I mean, when you look at this team, they need to go in and physically dominate, and that's exactly what they did. And it all started with Lamar Jackson, and that's exactly the catalyst they need. And just watch him. You saw on the highlight him taking it 38 to the house to score a touchdown. But even him scrambling with the ball in his hand, he's such an exciting and electric player. This is how this offense has to be run. It cannot be drop back, keep him in the pocket, develop him. This team will not go anywhere with that style. They have to be a physically dominating football team, and without your leading receiver, Mark Andrews, not being there, it was even more important. Lamar Jackson answered the bell tonight, not only with his legs, but somewhat with his arm. You saw that dime pass he threw and the highlights for a touchdown as well.
It's hard to imagine, Jeff, given the way this year started for them with a blowout win over Cleveland, that they would enter that second game with Cleveland really in a very different spot. You know, they get the get-right game here. So if that's what this was, what's the Monday night game on the road against Cleveland represent for the Ravens?
A prove-it game. Listen, you said it best. They were the bully week 1, right? They beat the brakes off the Cleveland Browns, right? Hung 38 on them, shut them down. Lamar Jackson played fantastic. Those 3 touchdowns, the whole deal. But what has happened as the season has progressed, you have watched Cleveland become the bully. Think about this offense. Bill Callahan, the offensive line coach, run game coordinator, they run the pill. Whether it's Chubb and Hunt, this offense absolutely runs through those 2 running backs, and they understand it, and they do exceedingly well at it. What does that do on the other side? That opens up for Baker Mayfield. Think about this. They played the Tennessee Titans last week, and they challenge him. Hey, Baker, come beat us. What does he do, Scott? He beats them. And why is that? Because it was off of play action. He had 3 touchdown passes with 3+ yards of separation from their receivers. That just doesn't happen in the NFL. And why does that happen? It's because they've established the run. All the linebackers, all the DBs, their eyes have to pop in the backfield to go up, help, and run support, and it opens it up for Mayfield. This is a prove-it game for the Ravens. The bully now is the Cleveland Browns. If this game Monday night, man, it's going to be a heck of a game to watch, but it is a show-me type game for the Baltimore Ravens. Otherwise, their season's over.
Man, it's always fun to talk to you, Jeff. If we don't catch up between now and Christmas, may you get another go-kart. I hope you get another go-kart for Christmas.
I appreciate it, brother.
Andy, you had a pretty balanced offensive performance tonight. Was it just a matter of not being able to cash in in key times to kind of keep the momentum of the game going in a different direction?
Yeah, for sure. You know, we kept getting stalled kind of like right before the red zone. And, we made it tougher on the kicks. And so, we got to find a way to convert first downs in those situations, keep drives alive, and get down there and score touchdowns. We was balanced. I mean, there's some good things that happened tonight, but we've got to find a way to just keep pushing, keep getting those first downs to give us a chance to score.
What were your thoughts of the protection you had tonight? I think you were sacked just the one time.
Yeah, I thought our guys played really well up front. To go against that, the Baltimore defense, they're known for their guys up front, their blitz scheme and all that kind of stuff. I thought we communicated really well. I thought the guys played really well and gave me time back there.
I know your focus is on this team's performance and what it needs to do, but within a week where the Giants got a win and Washington got a win, is it hard not to feel that this thing's starting to slip away from you a little bit?
Yeah, I mean, we know what the situation that we're in, and all we have to worry about is us. Just let's control what we can control and see how this whole thing shakes out. Would we have liked to, narrow the gap a little bit? Yes, but it is what it is, and we got to keep moving forward.
Andy, have you had a chance to think much about going back to Cincy?
I knew this one was on the schedule, and so, getting to go back to a place that I played for a long time. So I'm excited about this opportunity.
What do you think it'll be like?
It'll be different, being on the other side of the field, different locker room, all that kind of stuff. So, it'll kind of feel a little weird being on the other side of it, but it's just because I spent so much time there and everything. So. It's like I said, I'm looking forward to it. Looking forward to getting back to play in Cincinnati.
Did you feel like you got some traction in the pass game, or you're mixing into a bunch of different guys tonight? Even if you could get a lot of the explosive plays, I think it was just 120-yard completion there at the end to Gallup. Do you feel like you found some consistency maybe in the passing game that hadn't been there?
I thought the passing game, we spread it around a lot. We got a lot of different guys catches, and I think just kind of what they were giving us, and so that's the good thing about this offense and this team, and just our skill position. You can spread it around to a bunch of different guys, get everybody involved. So there's some good things that we did in the pass game, but we got to find, exactly what you said, we got to find a way to hit some more explosives.
How frustrating is this, Andy? I mean, this is nothing that anybody in that locker room expected, to be 3-9 at this point, whether there's injuries or not. What's the mood of the guys? What's your mood right now?
Yeah, and it's frustrating to be in the position that we're in, to have opportunities in some of these games and just not been able to get it done. And so for us, all we can do is put our head down and work and try to make the most of these last 4 games on the schedule, and like I was saying earlier, just we'll have to just see what happens from there.